we've convened here under OFAB to basically bring together all the regulators. We felt that these regulators are doing a commendable job of regulating biotechnology in their respective countries, but there's been minimal opportunity for them to meet and share experiences on how they're regulating biotechnology. We understand, I think, that this is a meeting of experiences where I think they will share ideas on how they've been able to regulate different biotechnology products. And out of here, perhaps when they go back home, they'll be able to do things differently. And even those countries that we think have progressed, they are able to learn some new things from other countries so that the work that they're doing in their country actually progresses. So we think this is a very progressive initiative. We hope they can do their regulatory work much better after learning from each other. One of the things that we've done to advance the enabling environment on agriculture biotechnology in Africa is to ensure that our processes and our products are African-based. That means that using our African scientists. So in all the countries where AATF is working, one thing that is dominant is the fact that the ones that are driving this science, this biotechnology research, are actually African scientists. And that is important because of all the things that surround agriculture biotechnology, including the fact that somebody is loading over Africa this science which is not original here. And you see that in this meeting that we've had, there's no scientist that is from other countries. You see the lecturers that are teaching our children in these universities are all Africans. So in the end of the day, it is very important to ensure that this process is African driven, and indeed also to go out there and tell everyone that all those lies and propaganda that someone from outside is trying to load over us as Africans is actually not true. This is an African-driven initiative, and it's also driving an African initiative. This is why you find that in most of these countries, we've also been able to respond to the African problems. So the drought-tolerant maize that we're promoting as Stella is African by and large. Pibera cowpea in Nigeria, Ghana, and very soon to Burkina Faso is an African crop. In Ethiopia, a cent which is traditionally food crop in Ethiopia has been saved from extinction by the same technology. So I think all these are just innuendos, propaganda, and myths. This is an African initiative by and large. When you look at where Africa is, the challenges that Africa is going through, and also how the outside world is framing itself up around the technology, we are actually behind. And there's no reason why we should be behind. I was just reading today that in addition to 14 maize varieties that GMO varieties that China commercialized in December, just last week they've commercialized another 81 varieties of maize, GM. What does that tell us? The world out there is embracing technology, and for us, Africa, we just need to move at the same level. Otherwise, we'll be left behind, and the stories around food insecurity, hunger, insecurity will continue because we are not embracing technology. My other message is to our governments. Why are we in the position where we are? We haven't invested much in science, technology, and in particular in biotechnology. Regardless of so many graduates that we are always churning out of our investors on biotechnology, we haven't been able to develop an infrastructure that is able to allow them to practice and indeed be meaningful to our economies. My goal is to continue to invest in that, especially in science and technology, and embrace them within our system. Otherwise, why are we training? Lastly, I just want to mention that when we look at the food insecurity and how much we're importing, that figure that came from World Bank is not going down. It's 35 billion, it continues to grow. My question is, most of the food that we'll be importing or asking to help is actually GMO. Why can't we grow those foods ourselves and then we reduce on the food import bill? That will have spillover to our economies, it will have health benefits, but more importantly, it will indeed safeguard our sovereignty.